Sorry. All right, my name is Peter Gao. This is the first of many workshops we'll be having throughout the year.
You guys, quiet down, please.
If you're experienced and you want to teach a workshop, talk to Sharon over here or send an email to workshops@hackers@berkeley.com. If you want to get in on future workshops, join the Hackers at Berkeley Facebook group and you'll see all the event pages when they come up. Now I'd like to quickly explain what we mean when we say hack. Hacking is not breaking into computers. We're not a collective of internet anarchists who raid government websites for the lulz. The closest we have is Hyde, who is a hippie. But, when we say hack, we say making things. We mean taking something that already exists and making it better. Hacking is utilizing your skills to create rather than to destroy. And there have been many hackers in the past who have made great things. Mark Zuckerberg is a hacker. He built Facebook. Richard Stallman is a hacker. He also has a great beard. He built the freight software movement, and he flies in the blimp all day. Steve Wozniak was the original, most badass hacker at Berkeley. He built Apple computers. So hacking is power. And probably 80% of the startups in the Valley right now were the result of some bored teenagers on a Saturday night tinkering around with their computers. So the aim of this workshop is to introduce you to what a hack is. The rest of the workshops will be making you dangerous. It will give you the tools and the means to make your ideas into real things. So the only thing that will restrain you from doing anything is just your imagination. So our job is to make you into cold, hard, mean, green motherfuckers who would drop out any time, make the next Apple or Google or Dropbox, and then pass on the ethos to the next generation. So it starts now. I'm going to go over some basic jargon and theory, and then we'll get your hands dirty with the hacking. All right? Question. So just the picture. Okay, so there's basically three big categories of hacking that we practice right now. There's been a lot before. There was phone hacking in the 80s. There was hardware hacking, and it's getting resurgence now. But by far the popular so far is software hacking. And of software hacking, the most popular or the most used at now, the most practical is web programming. So first of all, we're going to start just by getting the new people up to face with what web programming is and how the web works. So say you want to go on Facebook. So if you want to go on Facebook, you type facebook.com into your URL bar, and so you're a computer. You're a client. So when you press enter on the Facebook URL bar, you go to Facebook. What this means is that you're sending a request to Facebook servers. And Facebook servers are basically computers that are bigger than yours, somewhere far away. Facebook's computers take your request, they think of a response, they do some processing, they make boopy noises, and then they send something back to you. And they send back to you the web page. And you see the Facebook logo. And you see the Facebook page, you see your notifications, whatever. And so what it's sending back to you is an HTML page. HTML is hypertext markup language. You guys will learn about it later if you haven't already. And it's modified by a lot of stuff, most notably are CSS and JavaScript. And so what you see, what the user sees, what the client sees, is commonly referred to as the front-end side of software. And what the server does, the processing and all that, this is referred to as the back-end. So, okay, so when you hack, when you go into a hackathon and you do a web hack, web programming hack, what you're actually doing is manipulating the back-end part of it or the front-end part of it to make something new and creative, either by just starting from scratch and building it all up, or by using stuff that's already been made and making it better. So when you go into a hack, the best analogy I can think of is like playing with Legos. You have these little Lego blocks, you have these little Lego bricks. You don't necessarily know how they are made. You don't know what chemical processes they are, or what godforsaken third world country they got their plastic from. You just know that's a Lego block. It plugs into here, it plugs into there. And it's very much the same with software, hardware, whatever hacking. Because these things are all software that's been written before by other people. and all you know is this does this. And so when you plug them together, you can put them into novel combinations that are really cool. And the way that you connect them together with something called an API. And an API is an application programming interface. Basically, it's what connects the Lego blocks together. So when you guys go on Farmville, Farmville is basically a program. It's an application that someone wrote on their own computer, and now it's being run on Facebook servers. But the way that this Lego block, this Farmville Lego block, is built on top of the Facebook's big castle of Lego blocks already is through their API. Basically, it's just linked into Facebook's API. And so the tools that we use when we're coming up with a hack, like I said before, HTML and CSS and all these other different abbreviations and languages or whatever, they are part of the stack. So this is how the web works. You guys will be changing around one part of these or many part of these, or you'll just be making new ones yourselves, depending on what you're interested in at the point. And today we're going to be going into a basic hack. It's going to be basically ghetto Instagram in 5 minutes. Yeah. And so what I'd like to leave you with is that when you're hacking, past experience helps, but it's not the most important because technology is changing really fast every day. What means a lot more is enthusiasm and perseverance. Because with all this new stuff coming out, you're just going to be reading a lot, you're going to be learning a lot of things on the fly. And that's okay. Don't feel scared. Everyone's doing it. So now to explain the next details of the hack.